Well, more film from Muttley's garage. We took off this brake tensioner. I've got it in the vise. Just removed the rear cables. It was easier than first trying to remove the front tensioner. And this allows me now to remove the brake assembly up front. Somebody's added a bunch of security switches and God knows what else, but I'll show you that in a moment. Okay, well here I'm trying to take off this door switch off this panel, which I've already removed the floor panel, and I'm trying to get back in to get to the brake, so I won't show you that till I get this thing off. Okay, it's probably too dark in here. Let me get a light. Okay, this is the brake assembly, and I just need to remove it. I got to get the right size bolt, whatever that one is right there. Let me focus in. I learned that trick from Pete. That's the size I need everywhere. Looks like 13 millimeter. I'll test that. And the one way up here is somewhat blind. You can just see it poking out, but that'll have to come out. And once I do that, this can come down and I can unwind the brake cable and then put the new one in. And I checked the new one, it's the exact right one. I got one loosened. Here's the second one, which is right against the doorpost, and then the other one is way back up in there. But I think I'll just feel my way through that one. I'm going to use the socket. I'm going to use a socket because they're not too deep, so I don't need a deep well. Okay, I had to move this wiring harness out of the way. That upper nut is way back in there. I got it loosened, so this will come out quickly. Okay, somewhat in the dark. That's better. I have pulled the cable out. You slide a 13 millimeter wrench over those spring-loaded things and it pops the back of the cable retainer out. I've routed it all the way around, and it is going to go into that slot there. You can't see very well. Can't get the light on it, getting dark. Okay, something I want to point out is I had to mount this switch back on it, and that is an unthreaded hole that switch goes on. So you have to, I use pliers on this vice grips, and you turn it a quarter turn back, quarter turn back, quarter turn back to get it to thread into that steel without snapping that screw off. But I've done that before, so I was able to accomplish it. So that's all done. I think we're ready to go here. I'm going to mount it. Okay, well, I've got a minute. I'll show you where that socket, let's see if I can get focus on it here. The socket is right there. There you can see the head of it. And that's the back one. I've already tightened down the front one, which I can't even see anymore. And this one here, which is right there. So I could probably zoom out, but I can't from here. So, okay. Okay, it's fully installed. That is, I just have to connect the brake warning light, and then this one connects together. Get rid of this coat hanger, which was getting this out of the way. Push that connector back in. This little guy right here has to screw through the little plastic housing there. That's all minor stuff, and then I'll go down to the back and tighten everything up. All right. Okay, well, we've got everything put back. I'm just going to run a little cable tie there. Got all the other connectors put together. Got the trim put back on here, including that piece, which was very troublesome. This piece, a lot of hassle. Anyway, that's all done and all the way back here. So now I'm just going to reattach the brake and actually have a functioning brake. All right. Now, one of the things they use is tar, and it just gets in the way of all this. So I'm going to work the nut and bolt back and forth a little bit to get it easier to use. So when I put it in, it won't be so bad. By the way, this is a 13 millimeter. That's the size. All the Fords are metric, and I'll work this back and forth. All right.